Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ollie here from CryptoVest.com. It is the 26th of February today, and we're going to be looking at Ripple trading against the US dollar over one-day candles. Some huge news has come out for Ripple, and finally, after what seems like an eternity, Coinbase has finally added support for XRP tokens. For those of you that have been loyal XRP fans and in the game long enough to remember, last year there was a rumor that started to circulate that Coinbase was going to add Ripple, and it caused a massive surge in price for XRP. As you can imagine, at the time, every coin that was added to Coinbase just had this massive run up, and so people were jumping in ahead of the rumor. And unfortunately, Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, came out a month later in February and said that the rumors are completely false, and that had a huge impact on the price. Ripple lost all its momentum, and it took a long time for Ripple to actually recover from that. I think around 26 or 27 billion dollars was cut from the Ripple market capital. So a massive redirection, and it shook a lot of confidence. So now, almost a year, well, over a year on, we're finally seeing support being added. It hasn't had a massive impact on the price, but it's certainly helped lift it up from that sort of market correction we had over the last couple of days. It started on Sunday when sort of 15 billion was just axed from the market. For going back to last week, we actually had a very promising run up, and you can see it actually helped lift Ripple out of this sort of overall pennant shape. So it's been happening sort of since the sort of Q1 really. In fact, if we look at it a little bit closer, you can see it was we had this sort of run up through sort of mid-December, and then from there we actually had a sort of like a reversal pennant. Actually, it was looking kind of promising that we'd have a breakout from this, but this downtrending resistance that was formed was actually very, very strong, and as you can see, started to consolidate in this pennant shape, actually broke bearish and then unraveled all the way down to this uptrending support that's sort of been established since way back in September. And then from there we sort of hopped along this uptrending support, started to consolidate again, sort of picked up along this downtrending resistance, and then with that sort of surge in capital that arrived sort of last week, helped to lift Ripple all the way out and test this sort of very key resistance area around the sort of 35 cents mark, which has been a very, very key area of support and resistance. As you can see through December, it was a very key support area before it broke bearish, and then from there the assets actually tested it around 5 or 6 times with a little success. So as you can see, very, very recently we've had about 3 or 4 tests all within the space of a week, and we haven't been able to break through it yet. So this will be the sort of main area to keep an eye out for, particularly going into the rest of this week. And if more people can get behind Ripple, we'd like to see it test for a 7th, 8th time, whichever one it is right now, and hopefully break on. And if we can break over that, then I'm sure it'll be a very strong support, like it was in December, for bullish traders going forward. Looking at a few things, it's looking fairly positive. Obviously, you can see there's still a bullish convergence between the 9 and 20 EMA lines. On the MACD indicator, you can see that the 12 MA is still high above the 26 MA. Both lines are above the signal line, and they're buying candles on the histogram. But there are other things that aren't looking particularly great, and you can kind of see that if we look at the RSI, the shaky money flow indicator, getting an idea of buying pressure and momentum. You can see that it's a little bit, it's not really a clear indicator of where we're actually going right now. You can see it's kind of hovering below the 0 line on the choke and money flow indicator, so we haven't got a clear increase in buying pressure right now. It's sort of uneven, and that's the sort of same story for the RSI. There's no clear trend right now to suggest that bulls are really winning at the moment. And if we look at other things, sort of like the Arun indicators and the parabolic SAR, to see if there's been any sort of reversal in momentum, you can actually see it's favorably bearish right now. We have indicator dots on top of the price action, which is bearish, and we have the Arun upline is actually crossed below the Arun downline. So we're waiting to see, we'd like to see these two indicators in particular flip over, so we'd like to see dots appear beneath, and we'd really like to see this Arun upline cross back over, and that would give us a good indication that the trend was favorably bullish and that we should expect it to push on from now. At the moment it's a little bit up in the air, and it seems like the recent market correction we had on Sunday is still shaking the market a little bit. We may need to wait a little bit longer before that stabilizes, before bulls get back into the market. I think a lot of people are still licking their wounds after that crash. There was a lot of hopeful long positions put out, and people really hoping for Bitcoin to push on to $4,300, $4,500. So to be back underneath $4,000 already is a little bit disheartening. So a few things to keep an eye out for, but particularly this 35 cents mark and this resistance here, so like sort of 34 cents all the way up to 35.8 cents. This is a really key area to keep an eye on for. And then going forwards, then we can start looking at 38 cents, potentially even 40 cents. Going on from there. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if you're bullish or bearish for Ripple. And yeah, please check out the full T8 at cryptovest.com, and like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you.